Hi guests new and old, thank you for joining me at my table. If you are new here, my name is Kelsey. If you already know, I like to read an inspirational quote, but being that it's Thanksgiving, I feel like I would tell you what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Your support means the world to me. But if you don't like traditional green bean casserole, please don't click out, because I don't like traditional green bean casserole either. I don't like the overly processed crispy onions that are on top. I like to make my own. And I also don't like cream of mushroom. Sorry if you like cream of mushroom. I am not a fan. But anyways, let's go over the ingredients together. I have 1.5 pounds of fresh green beans here. I cut off the ends and I cut them all to about equal length. There were some that were really long that I cut into thirds, and then shorter ones that I just cut in half. I like the fresh ones. It adds an extra whoa, already coughed down there. As always, I have a plethora of seasonings here. I have half a teaspoon each of basil, dill, parsley, and pepper, and then a 1/4 teaspoon each of regular salt and celery salt. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of pre-minced garlic. Gotta have the garlic. I have 2 sweet onions, half of one is diced really small and in this. The other one, as I said, maybe I didn't say, but I like to make my own crispy onions. So I have them in like little strips in here soaking in olive oil because we're gonna crisp those up in the air fryer. I have 3 stalks of celery. These are finely diced. I like to make cream of celery instead of cream of mushroom. And I don't like to take away from the green beans. I just like to enhance it, so that's why I do smaller chunks. I have half a cup of chicken broth, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to set all of this aside except for our onions, get my air fryer set up, and we're going to crisp those onions. I have my beautiful air fryer by Drew Barrymore. This thing is amazing. It has 2 compartments here that you can literally take this out and make one big one. For this recipe, I'll only be using half, or one side. Hope that makes sense. Switcheroo there. I'm going to lay these out as flat as possible here. You can use a non-stick spray if you would like, but these have been soaking in olive oil for quite a while, so I'm not too worried about that. Plus, this air fryer is amazing and nothing really sticks to it anyways. So far, knock on wood. I hope that's real wood. Beautiful. Get it? Beautiful by Drew Barrymore. Nice. Air fry. 265. 265 for 25 to 30 minutes. Every 5 minutes or so, I will take the basket out, shake it to kind of toss it around, and then keep going. But they are crisping up. Alright, I have both pans here on a medium heat. You might hear Potato snoring in the background. She's about to have puppies. She's doing about 2 to 3 weeks, so she's a sleepy lady these days. Alright, so to this front pan here, we'll do 2 tablespoons of the butter. then to the back one, we'll do the remaining tablespoon. Spread the butter around so it fully melts. Oh! Sneak peek. This pan here is making its first appearance. It is a Griswold cast iron. It's this one right here, the Griswold chromium plated skillet. Right there. It's really cool. You don't see them very often, so when you do, you should pick it up. It's a great pan. It's really versatile, and ours does come with the lid too, so it has like a natural basting rings on the inside. To this cast iron skillet, I'm gonna add the garlic. We'll cook this until fragrant, about a minute or two. You'll know once it's fragrant, or once it's done, when you can start smelling it. To the back one here, we're gonna do the onion. And the celery. I got some onion in here. That's okay. They're going to be married later on, so no worries if that happens. Like how I have this one out and I'm not even using it. This is a new garlic that I got here. I've never tried this brand. I'm not sure what it is, but it's like darker in color than I'm used to, but it is so fragrant. While we wait for these to cook down a little bit, I'm gonna toss in the green beans here. When making this dish and using fresh green beans, you want to pan fry them in the skillet first for, 10 minutes or so, or until they get a little bit soft. Otherwise, they won't cook all the way in the oven by themselves. This is literally one of my favorite times of the year, just all the different smells and herbs and holiday drinks and everything. I had a peppermint mocha earlier. You know it's time. So what we're looking for on the celery and onions is some translucency. I'm going to increase the heat a little bit. I was just under medium-high. I increased it for both. Potato's really snoring away. I'm going to allow both of these to cook down a little bit, and then I will come back and show you. It's been about 15 minutes so far. They're still pretty soft, not crisping up yet. Let me get one out of here. Ah, they're slippery. That's the progress on them so far. The smiley face. We're gonna keep going and crisp these up more. The onion and celery, you can hear it starting to get translucent. So now we will add in our herbs. Toss that around. Next will be the chicken broth. You can always use vegetable broth if you're trying to go vegetarian here. It'll still be good. I just like the richness that the chicken broth adds. Okay, I'm going to allow these flavors to simmer here. Let's take a look at the green beans. That garlic smells so good. I like to have a fork handy to see if they're anywhere near fork tender, which they're not. These ones were really fresh, so they're extra crispy. They might take a little extra longer today, but that's okay. The process is worth it. And I'll let these rest for a few moments and then I'll see you in a few seconds. So that was 25 minutes. They're only just now starting to crisp up. I don't know if you can really see that. I think I made them a bit oily, so I'm going to increase the temperature a little bit and try for another 10 minutes or so. We'll see. Here's hoping for the best. The best, the best, the best, the best, the best of both worlds. I'm going to try 275 for 10 minutes and then go from there. We're probably right around that 10-minute mark here. The garlic is starting to brown. It's going to add some really nice flavor there. Still pretty hard. I'm going to turn it up all the way to medium now. These flavors here have come together. So now will be the heavy whipping cream. Giving it a good mix here, swirling all the herbs around. What we're looking for is to have this simmer for 5 to 10 minutes or until it starts to get thick, like into a creamy sauce, almost like Alfredo. But I'll keep checking back in with you. Okay, we're getting closer. There's a little bit of crispy on there. Whoa! Don't lose them. I just made them way too oily. So I'm gonna keep going, try another 10 minutes, and I think that'll do it this time. Check it in with the green beans. They're starting to get a nice golden color there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Got my handy dandy fork. Oh yeah. Those are looking beautiful. I'm gonna turn off the heat on these guys and then remove them from the heat. The heat from the pan will have them still cook, so make sure to toss them around occasionally until they start to simmer down a bit. Here's the, whoa! Let me step on my tripod. Here's the lid to this cast iron pan. Super cool. And there's like the basting rings I was telling you about. Check on the sauce here. I still got a little ways to go. And it doesn't have to be super thick at this point. That's why I have the cornstarch. It'll help thicken that up after it simmers for a bit. These green beans are going to be so good. Got the browned garlic, the golden color on the beans themselves. And one thing I always forget to mention is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I kind of always forget just because my oven preheats really fast. So don't forget to do that if you're following along. But we're just about to the assembly. That took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but here's the end result. You can hear the crispy, and also they'll crisp up a little more in the oven too. But I think, I've never done them in the air fryer. I usually do it on the stove, but I figured since I have the air fryer, I'll use it. And also, when you do it on the stove, it gets so smoky and grease goes everywhere. So I wanted to try it in the air fryer. I looked up a recipe online. It just goes to show that every air fryer is different. Plus, mine, as I showed earlier, has the dual sides here. And initially, when I had it on 265 degrees, I had it circulating through all of it versus like concentrated in this one area. So I think that was one issue. Another issue, I think maybe they were just a little bit too oily, and also maybe just higher heat. So I'm definitely going to try it again. I'm not against it because they still turned out good. It just took longer than I thought. But I think next time I'll try it at 300 degrees for that 20 to 25 minutes, and then I'll go from there. But let's get to the nitty gritty, the green bean supreme. I'll see you at the stove. The sauce is coming together beautifully. I think we're at the point where we can add in the cornstarch. Fully mix that in. And then once this is fully mixed in, I will allow it to simmer for a few more moments just so it gets to the thickness that I'm looking for. But we are almost ready to pop this in the oven. We're at a pretty good simmer here. You can see it's bubbling. Let's check the thickness. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Nice and creamy. I'll turn the heat off on that. Whoops. I dropped a welding glove. I'm gonna scoot these back over here and then add the sauce to the green beans. That's why I love cast iron. So versatile. I know I say that a lot, but honestly, so nice. Less dishes to do. There's already so many dishes during Thanksgiving. Nobody got time for that. This homemade cream of celery is so good. So many flavors. It's really rich and creamy. Toss that around. And this will also thicken up a little more in the oven as well. Getting some of that, oops, browned garlic there. Trying to fully incorporate all the flavors here. I'm just trying to make it so each green bean's a little bit under the surface there. Looking pretty good. Can't forget the frizzled onions that had me in a frazzle. Just sprinkle it over the top. And as a reminder, this will bake at 350. We'll put it in for 25 to 30 minutes or until that sauce is nice and thick. But I'll show you what it looks like coming out. Potato knows it's dinner time. Oh my gosh, you can see her. Yay. Okay, Tato, you have to watch out though. It's been 25 minutes. I can smell those frazzled onions. Look at that. Yum. It's really bubbly. I think it's good. I'm gonna let it rest as usual. Finish the rest of my dishes and then I'll dish up. I always clap to set the scene. Potato was down here wagging her tail. She's like, yes, she knows. She knows it's dinner time. Alright, but for the taste test. It's still pretty hot, but I couldn't wait. These are fantastic. The green beans are nice and tender. The sauce is so good. I can really taste that browned garlic in there. Amazing. All of those herbs. This is just like a perfect combination. Sorry if you're a lover of the real green bean casserole. You know, a lot of people are. I'm just not. So I'm going to stick with this. It'd also be really good with some bacon over top. Some salty bacon. I think that would be top notch. Because normally I don't do green bean casserole. I just know it's a holiday favorite. I do green beans with onions, garlic, and bacon, crispy bacon. But this is good. It's so nice for a change too. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Thanksgiving side is. Mine is and will forever be mashed potatoes. hands down. But anyways, if you thought this meal was delicious, please give it a like. Thank you for joining me at my table and staying the entire dinner party. I really appreciate you, and I would love if you hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna go enjoy this. Bye.